Panda Dome Advanced Review. At first glance, Panda Dome's interface grabs attention with its desktop-style wallpaper background. Though visually appealing, this creates a usability issue. The app consists of 4 rows of buttons for different functions, but in an effort to leave space for the photo to be seen, only the first row of buttons is visible. To access all the features, it is necessary to scroll down. On the dashboard is an ever-changing banner featuring links to different blog posts on the Panda site, which was bothersome. We tried disabling the Show Panda News setting in Preferences, but that didn't help. In other respects, the principal interface functions efficiently. Different options can be accessed via 17 buttons, which is quite a few. But the icons of the buttons do an adequate job indicating their purpose, alongside a one-click conception that turns on captions for all of them. Clicking or tapping on a button will take you to that function, whereupon pressing the back key brings you back to the main dashboard after you are done. It's not ideal, too many of the buttons just bring up a web browser tab rather than carry out anything locally. Nevertheless, we found it quite simple to use. It's key for any security software to be able to defend against malware, which may try to disable it before carrying out an attack. Our tests on Panda's self-defense revealed some weak spots. For example, we were able to bypass its real-time file scanning, letting us access malicious files without detection. Additionally, the second attack managed to disable all of Panda's protective features, permitting any malware to run without hindrance. Attackers might try to convince you to run a malicious script or macro on your system. With admin rights by sending spam emails containing text that prompts you to open an Office attachment and execute an embedded macro. Kaspersky and Trend Micro have more effective defenses than the other antivirus programs, completely blocking our attack attempts. While Panda may not be as strong, it still does a decent job. Panda Dome Advanced offers 3 types of scans: critical area for the most vulnerable spots in about 5 minutes, custom which only looks at selected files folders, and full system an all-encompassing scan. Additionally, you can set up multiple recurring scans. These include critical areas, full system, and custom scans that can filter certain folders or file types. We spotted a strange absence. Panda Dome Advanced lacks integration with Explorer, thus there is no scan with Panda option when you right-click on a file or directory. To investigate an individual item, the only way is to launch the program manually and pick out a folder with the custom scan feature. That's a hassle unlike any we've encountered elsewhere. Measurement times were practical over trials. Panda Dome Advanced tested our 50 GB of test applications in 39 minutes for the initial check, inside the 15-50-minute extent we generally observe. There are a few improvements for consequent inspections, and Panda ended up with 24 minutes for scan number 2. Others go even further, however. Bitdefender inspects only freshly modified files, and in a recent survey its second scan concluded in less than 1 minute. AV Comparative's real-world protection test is an extensive evaluation that puts 17 premier antivirus programs up against the most recent malware. In the July to October 2021 report, Panda attained second place due to neutralizing 100% of test threats, alongside only 2 other vendors. Panda scored high in false positives, with 25. This means it may be stopping legitimate processes which appear questionable. By comparison, Kaspersky and Avast had only 2 and 0 false positives, respectively, while blocking 99.9% of all threats they encountered. Because Panda hasn't been tested by SE Labs or AV Test, we couldn't verify AV comparative scores. We test antivirus software by running our own custom ransomware, which has not occurred in the real world. This is an effective way to evaluate the program's behavior monitoring features. Panda Dome Advanced had a bad start, disregarding our fake ransomware and permitting it to encrypt thousands of Office memos, pictures, and more. Though our test menace isn't actual malware, and we can't confidently explain why Panda failed to recognize this, we don't intend to consider this as a disastrous failure. Nevertheless, many competitors had better performance. For instance, Bitdefender, Kaspersky, and Trend Micro all acknowledged the hazard in an instant, exterminating our artificial application before it could do any more damage. However, Panda wasn't done. It also has Data Shield, which keeps an eye on key folders, and alerts you when unknown apps attempt file modifications, disallowing them until it is confirmed to be secure.